What is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are back with another video. Welcome back to Angra Tuesday. Welcome back to part 3 and the conclusion of the Holy Land album reaction. So far, this album has been absolutely amazing. Before we get into the video, I do have to give a quick warning. I'm thinking I'm starting to come down with a cold. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice yet, but I'm feeling kind of under the weather, and as a result, I don't know if I will be doing one next week. Or not. I need to try and record as many videos as possible until then so that I could sort of fill the gap in between when I get sick and when I recover. Hopefully it's just nothing. Hopefully it passes, but I need to be prepared in case it's a pretty bad one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the album reaction. I'm pretty excited to check out the last 3 songs, as well as give my thoughts on the album as a whole. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Deep Blue. I really like the organ intro, that's nice. Okay, time signature change. I don't know, I think it's just a tempo increase. That was all the lyrics. Is the rest of the song instrumental? Looking forward to that. If it is. I really like the almost choir sound, the almost operatic vocals. That's one thing this album is absolutely amazing at.
Sky
I love when he puts the power in his voice. Ooh. Was at the end? Oh crap. I didn't expect it to end like that. That was it was an okay song. I gotta be honest. That was kind of middle of the pack to lower tier for me in terms of the album. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad song, but there was just so many others on the album that outshine it, and so I'm kind of forced to put it in like the middle slash lower section of these songs. It was okay, and that guitar solo was definitely soulful, impactful, and emotional, which I really enjoyed, and Andre's vocals definitely shined in this song, but other than that, it was just a pretty basic ballad, and I've heard them do ballads before that were much better than this one. So that's probably the weakest song on the album for me so far. That being said, it did have some really good qualities to it. But yeah, that's sort of like my initial thoughts on the album. I mean, on the song. Sorry, my nose is running. So let's see. Let's look at the lyrics and see what the lyrics have to say. It says, 3 cliffs there stand high above where the high winds howl. Surrounding silence, 3 birds climb, then turn to fall. So it looks like he's talking about like a mountain specifically, or he's looking up at a mountain and seeing things up on there. It says, waiting for someday when the ocean and sky will cover up the land in deep blue. Now that line's kind of interesting because I'm wondering if it's talking about like potentially like just the ocean washing up and destroying land, or if it's talking about something else. I'm not quite sure what this is in reference to. It says, Renaissance is over and I wonder, should I always be the same once again? Now that's kind of an interesting statement. Should I always be the same once again? Because he's not asking should he return to this state. He says should he always be the particular same once again, which they're 2 very different things, and that's kind of interesting to see what he's talking about. He says, take my hand and follow, sweeping trees, the coats of green. Time has no place tomorrow, feel the good in endless dreams. So it looks like he's just taking in nature is what it seemed like. With the coats of green, probably talking about either fields or trees or bushes or something like that. So it looks like he's just reminiscing on his country is what it looks like. We've already gone over that. Renaissance is over and I wonder, should I close my eyes and pray? Feel like I've betrayed, always been the same, always be the same once again. So I don't know if this is just a pilgrim or somebody coming to Brazil and sort of falling away from their faith or something like that. I'm not quite sure what this is in reference to. But this is what this person says right here. Like Carolina the Fourth, the song comes from the same concept album, where all the songs relate directly or indirectly to the discovery of Brazil in 1500. The musical arrangements are influenced by the music and Brazilian culture. That was pretty cool. Always has been on this record, with references to Indian tribes and their folklore. The lyrics of the song represented the discovery of the natives, the glimpses, and the challenges that those maritime trips entailed. I don't know about this song specifically that talks about that. I know Carolina the Fourth and a couple others talk about that. But this definitely doesn't seem like it fits in what he's trying to say here, which is the interesting part. It just seems to me like he's looking and taking in the land for the first time, possibly. Yeah. That's sort of what I thought about the song. Oh, by the way, we are doing Queen of the Night. I could not find the original version, so we are doing the remix. I'm going to be completely honest. I listened to the first 10 seconds of each one just to see how much of a difference it was. The only other version I found on YouTube was really crappy and super fuzzy sounding, so I didn't react to it. I'm not going to react to it, but I tested them to see like the difference between them initially. And it just seems like Queen of the Night has more symphonic elements, so I really think that Queen of the Night remix is going to be just fine to react to. But that being said, like I said, I did listen to the first 10 seconds of the other song just to see how big of a difference it was going to be. Because if it was going to be like some sort of hip hop or rap thing, there's no way I was going to touch that. But if it was just like a normal rock song with like maybe a couple changes, I decided I was just going to do that. Luckily, rock and metal artists don't tend to put that type of stuff in remixes. They tend to just like overlay stuff on top of what they've already done. So yeah. Overall, I would say that Deep Blue is one of the weakest songs on the record, at least in my opinion. There was some good qualities about it, though. For example, Andre's vocals and the guitar solo. But other than that, I would just say that it was kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't really it didn't really stand out that much. So next, we're going to be checking out Lullaby for Lucifer. Without further ado, let's get started. I like the acoustic intro and the ocean sound you hear too. That's nice. Ooh. I like his vocals here. That's nice. Putting, ooh, a little bit of blues influence there.
Something I need in the garden nursery. I let my fancy wander free. Children play around the tree.
Ooh, I like the blues influence that he's got on this song. Interesting. Kind of an ominous sound for the final part of the song. I don't know what chord that is. It doesn't sound like a very pretty chord. It definitely is sort of an ominous lead. I'm guessing that this is an intro to the next song, which is Queen of the Night. Overall, I can honestly say I like that little segment better than Deep Blue. I mean, Deep Blue was an okay song, but this was good. I really liked this. I really liked hearing just a more stripped back acoustic and just vocal only song. And there was a little bit of blues influence as well during the chorus when he said, "Come and rest with me, lay your hands on dreams." He said that a couple times, and I won't give away something I need. And I thought that it was pretty cool to see like a little bit of blues influence there. But he says, let me see if I can get this up here. I always forget to do this. "On the sand by the sea, I left my heart to shed my grief. A vulture came begging me, feed me with this piece of meat. So it sounds like the vulture is pretty much starving, and the vulture is trying to attack the person, is what it seems like. That's pretty sketchy. I wouldn't want some sort of bird chasing me trying to make a meal out of me. I won't give away something I need. I'm assuming he's talking about himself. On a garden nursery, I let my fancy wander free. Children playing around a tree, sharing apples happily. So he's just looking at the children, being happy, but he's not happy himself. Come and rest with me. Lay your hands on dreams. I'll wait here by your side till you fall asleep. I'll wait until you cry. All over me, the tears you hide inside. So, I actually don't know what that final line is about. Maybe you guys can give me some sort of insight into that. Maybe he's talking about a particular person. Maybe there's a person that's trying to tell him to, like, I don't know, give out all of his frustrations on the person. So, I definitely think that one was better than Deep Blue, even though it was shorter. I wish it was longer, and there was, like, potentially, I would have liked to have seen an acoustic solo. I've only heard a couple of those by Angra, but I really like them. Yeah, I like the more stripped-back feel of this song. So with that out of the way, we are on to the final song, and that is going to be Queen of the Night. Without further ado, let's get started. If you guys want me to, I will try and find the original, but I listened to the first 10 seconds, and the only difference I noticed was that this one is way clearer, and also they put symphonic elements in it, which sort of fits with the theme of the album that the original didn't have in the beginning. That's the only difference I heard. Maybe there's more that I just didn't hear because I didn't hear the whole thing. But I could try and get it on Spotify if you need me to. We could just do that as a bonus, I think, next time if it's something you guys want. But I'm thinking I'm just going to do this one for now. Without further ado, let's get started. Looks like it's going to be the heaviest one on the record. My opinion, it fits the record. Ooh, hello. Hear the bass pretty clear. It's a really slow tempo. I don't know about the heaviest one, but it's definitely up there. Definitely one of the better ones on the record for sure. Guitar solos are probably my favorite parts of songs. Especially with how amazing Pico is. Or Raphael, I don't know which one this is. Ooh, I like that little bass. That was a good song. I wish that would have been extended like another minute or two. That was a pretty good song. I will definitely say that that's in the better part of the album. Definitely one of the heaviest ones on the record. And it was pretty good on top of that. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into sort of an analysis of the particular song. Really enjoyed the riffs on this. That solo was really nice as well. The only really, I guess, nitpicky things I had was that it really slowed to a crawl during a couple sections of the song. I did appreciate it during the guitar solo because you're able to hear every single note perfectly, but it just wasn't necessarily my cup of tea. But that being said, I'm not going to knock it for it because the rest of the song was really, really good. Really enjoyed the riffs. I really enjoyed the drumming. Andre's vocals were absolutely amazing in this song. But the solo was definitely the shining example of this song, the shining light, I would say. Yeah, so overall, really, really good way to end the album. Queen of the Night was definitely a good song. Now, I'm not finding it on YouTube, so I'm wondering if this was actually a bonus track. I don't know. It doesn't say bonus track. Either way, let's go ahead and get into sort of what this is about. I personally am of the opinion that this is talking about a witch. It says, awaken the crystal bells of sorrow, caught ourselves pretending our own frustrations. We're gone. Once again, instead of facing the day, we ran away, closed our eyes to keep leanings on feelings we had. So, there's a couple other lines in here that make me think that this is actually talking about potentially like a witch or maybe a medium or something would talk about a crystal ball. And maybe they saw something that they didn't want to see, and that's the reason they're sort of feeling like this. It says, we were close, misty memories of a past come by, and I'll write my pray, I'm assuming it means prayer, on your face of hidden secrets, never shared, freezing soul. I don't actually know what this is particularly about. This is supposed to be about like Brazil and stuff, so the only thing I could think of is if it's talking about a shaman. Now that I think about it, potentially. It says, dreams last forever, to the Empress of the Dark. Lay down on eternity, your music in the air. Great delight in the symphony, our dance will never end. So I'm pretty sure this talk about a shaman of some sort. You guys will have to let me know. A lot of it is just repeated stuff after that, so I'm not really going to get into it. Guys, that is going to be all for the review of this particular album. Now we get into the discussion part of the video. What did I think of the record? Where does it place in terms of the things that I have heard? What's my favorite songs on the album? What are the least liked songs? These are things we're going to answer now. First of all, let's get the actual track list up here. I'm just going to put this over here. So, as of right now, I would put Carolina the Fourth in the top. I would put Make Believe second, and I would put Holy Land third. Is where I would put the rankings for the top 3 songs. There's only one I believe I just didn't like as much as the others, and that's unfortunately Deep Blue. I think the rest of them were really, really good, but Make Believe, Holy Land, and Carolina the Fourth stood out. They were definitely the standout songs for the record, in my opinion. Zito was up there as well. But those are sort of the songs that I like and the songs I don't like. Where does this stack up against other... Sorry, I just woke up like right before I got into this video, so I'm still kind of groggy. So where does this sort of stack up in terms of other things that I have heard? I have to say that this is the best one, objectively speaking. The songs were more consistent on the same level in Rebirth. But I think I liked this record a little bit more. Mostly because Carolina the Fourth is by far my favorite Angra song I have ever heard. I listen to that song pretty much every single day. I put that song on. It's such an amazing song. I love that song. To a lesser extent, Make Believe as well. Maybe like every 2 or 3 days I'll put it on. But definitely Carolina the Fourth is my favorite song that I've ever heard by Angra. I would definitely say that this is, objectively speaking, their best album. Not just for one particular reason, but for a bunch of different reasons. Number 1, it's about the discovery of Brazil. Number 2, is absolutely amazing in terms of the musical composition. It is pretty much unmatched in their catalog, in my opinion, or really out of any band. The musicianship on this record is just... it's not even comparable to pretty much anything else I've ever heard. The amount of traditional, like, Brazilian instruments that are used, the symphonic elements, the heaviness to it, the balladness of it, everything all together just comes together and flows in a way that is just absolutely amazing on the record. I'm going to give this record a 5, even though there was a couple of different things that I didn't like about the record. Overall, this record was actually 4.75, because that's still pretty much almost perfect. The record itself was absolutely amazing. Andre's vocals are amazing. Everything on this record is absolutely top-notch. In my opinion, this is their masterpiece. I will have to hear other stuff, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to like them as much as I liked this record. That's just sort of the way that I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Also, I do want to plug in at the end here. I did plug it in for the Megadeth video. I plan on getting an Angra shirt. I'm thinking it's going to be of one of 3 albums, either Holy Land, Angels Cry, or Rebirth, are the 3 that I'm sort of thinking of getting an Angra shirt for. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which of those you'd like to see, because it's going to be featured on the channel. I plan on getting shirts. I've gotten a Dream Theater shirt. I've gotten Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, and I just need some more band shirts, so that's what I'm going to be looking at. That's going to be all for this video, guys. I hope you appreciated and liked this album reaction as much as I did. It was absolutely amazing. If you guys could, if you're not subscribed, please drop a subscription. We're definitely checking out more Angra in the future, as well as drop a like if you liked the video. Also, if you leave a comment, it definitely helps us, as viewer interaction is the best thing that can suggest this to newer people. And so, yeah, with that out of the way, we'll see you guys later.